What's poppin', YouTube? You hear that? Exactly. Relaxation, nature. But I need a break from the city, so I have to come out here and purge my soul and everything. But this video I want to talk about minimalism and why it's so important to me. And I'm freestyling, so like I said, saying my thoughts may be all over the place, but it's gonna make sense. But in 2012, I was in Florida. We had just bought a house or whatnot, and I was in I had transformed the garage into like a meditation spot. You know what I'm saying? And when I was meditating, something clicked. I literally lost my desires for like most materials, like things in general. But I didn't know what it was called, so I started looking it up, and come to find out it was a lot of other people like me too. And it was, they called it minimalism. So it's freeing. I'll say that. But let me go into the misconceptions of minimalism, especially amongst my people. I think because we've gone through so much and we've been without so much that we think, I'm gonna show them by buying this, by getting this, by obtaining this, and it's like, cool. If that works for you, cool. For me, it's about freedom. Things weigh me down, and I'm not sentimental when it comes to things. People are the value for to me. To me, sentimental things. Me and my brother was talking the other day, and he was saying, sentimental things are only as good as your memory. If you lose your memory, those ain't gonna mean anything to you. And nature can come through in the form of storms, tornadoes, floods, and different things, and it can totally destroy those things. So I'm not saying it's not, it's not cool to have what you want to have, but personally, I don't value those things. I value people. I value my health. I value just a lot of different other, things or whatnot. But to me, minimalism is the perfect amount. They say the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Most people consume what they don't need. And, most people, if you really break down what you need and what you use, you'll realize that you could save a lot of money by embracing minimalism. A lot of people also think like, oh, you must not be ambitious. But no, it's quite the opposite. Instead of wasting my money on what I consider to be crap, I'd rather reinvest that money into my businesses without needing a loan. I don't like owing anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on being my own boss or whatnot. And I like to move and I like to go when I choose to. Also, most people gonna have to retire in their 70s now, And even after they retire, they go get jobs at maybe Walmart and everything. But the reason they need those jobs is because they still have mortgages to pay off. They still have big bills to pay. I refuse to be living like that for the rest of my life, And especially if you're not health conscious and you're thinking about you're going to have to work when you're older and you're not health conscious, it's a great chance that your body and your health is going to deteriorate. That's another story. But again, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Consumption is a self-discipline thing. A lot of people are emotional purchasers. They buy things emotionally. Oh, it's not. They see things and they jump to it. But it's like, what else could you do with that money? If you don't need it, shit, leave it. You know what I'm saying? I think we buy a lot of things to impress other people who really don't matter. When you in debt, and when you go and open your bank account and you see that stuff is in the negative, nobody else knows, and you're gonna keep that to yourself. But you dealing with that. That's the stress you dealing with. But if you realize, I could spend 20% of my income on what I really need and save the rest of that, or reinvest a portion of it into something that's gonna make you more money, I think it just changed the way you go about life, and it also make you happier. So it'll relieve a lot more stress as well. Um, with me, I like to be free. We bought a house, of course, when I was married. I'm not married anymore, but we had got a house in Florida and whatnot, and you know, it was upstairs, and most time, I'm from the hood, so when we made it, we was like, yo, shit, we want upstairs. You know what I'm saying? So upstairs is like, you winning. Man, I got into those upstairs. I'm like, shit, I don't feel like climbing these stairs as a young man. So I know I'm not gonna want to climb these stairs as an older man. You know what I'm saying? So I just came to know myself and know what I desire, and I don't desire stairs. I like, hey, I like to do things with ease. And I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. So the least thing that can hold me down, I'm a creative as well. So the things that can hold me down and weigh me down mentally and physically, the physical and the mental and the spiritual, I say, is all connected. So the least things that hold me down is the better I create. Let's take it to food. A lot of times people say, "Oh, we can't afford to eat healthy." Yes, you can. You can afford to eat healthy. Eating healthy is actually cheaper. But if you stop spending and blowing your money on the ridiculous things that don't matter, you can afford to buy the things that matter totally to you. Your food matter. What you put into your body is going to come out through your body, through your skin and everything else. Therefore, if you're not spending your money on ridiculous things, you can spend money on the things that matter, i.e. your food. Let food be thy medicine. And which is eternally going to save you, more money, because if you're healthier, you're probably not going to have to pay that huge hospital bill, unless some freak accident happens or whatnot. But coming from where I'm from, my community, we've been without for so long that I think we think that things equal success, but happiness equals success, freedom equals success. We live in a capitalist society, so this society is ran and funded by your desire to purchase more things, and for you to never find contentment. But I know people who say, "Oh, I want to travel," but I'm like, how traveling isn't expensive. It doesn't cost that much. It doesn't cost that much to get a passport. It's all depending on what you want. You'll find the money to spend on what you want to spend. So you got to stay conscious of what you really want to do and what truly matters to you, and spend your money on that. But spend your money strategically and smartly, because these companies and everything, business is trickery. Business is me getting over on you, or you paying me extra money to do some shit that you are too lazy to do. Or you don't. A lot of times, I won't say people are lazy. A lot of times, people just don't know how to think. So once you learn how to think, you can't stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking about everything. So the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Again, I like freedom. I see people who buy a home. The first home they try to get that dream home of what they can afford. Like, as far as, okay, we make $2,000 a month. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Say you make $2,000 a month. A lot of times people go get a house that costs $1,200 a month. It's like, so you're gonna be paying this for 30 years, 15, 30 years, and then they'll go get, okay, well, we need a room for if somebody wants to come and stay. We need a room for this. Listen, put yourself first. Be selfish during this time, Get the things that you and your family need. Don't go above and beyond for these people who may not even come and visit you anyway. So if you realize what you need, you realize that you'll save a lot more money just in the process, and in doing so. It's like, just think. That's all I'm saying. Just think about what you really desire. What can you take away? Let's just say you like to I'm gonna just use one example. It could be a bad example, but if you like to travel, but you eat out every day. Somebody told me that eating out multiple times a day is like having a personal chef. And the person who told me this was a millionaire. And she said, I can't even afford my chef comes sometimes, but people who have nothing are eating out all the time. And the things the stuff that we're eating, it's the stuff that's actually killing us. So you just losing in every way, shape, form, and fashion when you think about it. So again, it's all depends. It's all about what you want in life.